Hey, this is Super Saiyan Ryu. I just want to apologize ahead of time. There seemed to be some sort of echo in the background of this video, so yeah, just apologizing ahead of time for that.
Don't worry. Yeah.
Hey, this is Super Saiyan Ryu, and today I'm talking with my friend Anime versus Comics, and we're going to be talking about discussion on The Flash, Wally West, versus Video Game Sonic, as well as Archie Sonic. So I want to hear what your thoughts are on that. What do you think would happen between video game Sonic and Wally West?
Well, video game Sonic is not as strong as the Archie Sonic for starter. Some people might say that video game Sonic is universal or multiversal based on inconsistencies or out of character scenes. What I mean is that the only thing that we can actually see from game Sonic is him beating Gaia, who was planet level, and that's pretty much it. I don't think there is any feats above that. I heard that he has reached star level in his super form, which is pretty good and will be comparable to the Flash Infinite Mass Punch. But other than that, I don't think the game Sonic will be much above star level, which is around the level of the average Wally West with his Infinite Mass Punch. So I think it will be a good match. But if you use, I think that's it. That's pretty much all I know about game Sonic.
For sure. I'd agree 100% that video game Sonic, in his base form, he's even weaker. In his super form, he struggled to beat a planet level character, and his best feats are star level. Like you were saying, some people try to argue that because of Solaris that he's universal or multiversal, but that's simply not true because he was only attacking Solaris's consciousness and his weak points, and he also had help from other people as well. So that could either be considered a high-end feat that doesn't apply, as well as the fact that he was exploiting a weakness, so it doesn't really
Yeah, it
count.
doesn't count. Yeah, I
So
completely agree with you.
yeah, for those two reasons, that's why he's not universal or multiversal like some people claim. And so yeah, star level would be his best in his super form that he's ever shown, and we have seen that even planet level can tire him out. And as for speed, in his base form, he's been stated to be past light speed, but other than past light speed, we have nothing like tangible evidence that he's anywhere further than that. So, I mean, in terms of power, Wally West should easily be able to equal him with Infinite Mass Punch. And in terms of speed, Wally West, his best speed feat that he's done alone is around 13 trillion times faster than light, and that was evacuating an entire city when a nuclear bomb went off. So, in terms of speed, he has way better speed feats than Game Sonic, as well as his ability to speed steal and phase through objects. So, I think he definitely has that one in the bag.
Well, it depends though, because that 13 trillion times the speed of light is actually a fan calc. It contradicts the author statement because I just remember now it says that the feat was done under light speed, and so it depends on whether you choose author intent versus fan calc. Personally, I think that feat was done under the speed of light because the narrator said so.
Hmm. It's possible. I would say the author intent and the actual feat, like you said, they do differ. So I guess you could say it could go either way with that, but he does have other feats that are like billions of times the speed of light, such as outracing something called zeta beams and such. And those, they can cross intergalactic distances within seconds. So even with some of his other feats, he would still have better speed feats than James Sonic.
That's true. I will have his high end at billions to speed of light because there is a direct quote of him saying that he's faster than an attosecond.
Ah, yeah, that's a
And
good
that will
point.
probably have him at like a billions of speed of light when you call that.
Yeah, for sure. So he's definitely has a lot better speed in terms of statements and feats than Game Sonic does.
Doesn't supersonic form boost like 1,000 times the every stat?
I've not seen it stated like officially. I've heard people say it, but I haven't seen like proof for it. But even if he did, it still wouldn't equal out to Wally West's speed. And also, when you think of speed steal and phasing, those two would also give him an advantage.
Yeah, true. That will make at best Supersonic, his game version, a thousand of times to the speed of light, compared to billions, which is a huge gap.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd say definitely the conclusion is Wally West is just going to completely dominate game Supersonic.
For sure. There's too much difference in speed.
Now, this is the more interesting one. What do you think is going to happen if Wally West winds up battling Archie Supersonic?
Well, this is way different than the outcome is obviously for Archie Sonic because his feats are quite impressive in the comic book, way higher than in the game version. What I mean is that I remember that he and Knuckles punched each other so hard that they destroyed a zone, and it was actually said that a zone has like the size of a universe. So he pretty much is a really like universal in his base form.
Yeah, for sure. And he took the destruction of it too, so we know he has that durability as well.
Yeah, that's true. So even base form will like completely decimate Wally West already, and which means that his super form is not even needed. As for speed, well, you can talk about his speed in his base form.
Yeah, his speed, and even in base form, I mean, he was already shown many times to be faster than light. There's one scene in particular where he was shadow boxing, but he was literally boxing with his shadow, and he was able to punch out his shadow. That was kind of entertaining, but that was showing that he was faster than light could travel to make a shadow in his
For
base
sure.
form. And I know in base form. I believe at one point he winds up running around in circles so fast that he starts to warp reality. So again, we're seeing that kind of stuff happen there, and of course, he winds up doing certain like low end time manipulation feats even in his base form. So he's got some real speed feats there.
Yeah, that's true. But even then, its base form only have like that can be quantified faster than light speed.
I
But
agree.
other than that, I don't think it will touch the speed of Wally West because let's face it, warping reality is unquantifiable at best. Whereas Wally West has like billions of time of faster than light feet, so he will be much faster than base Sonic. I don't know about Supersonic though.
Yeah, when you get into Supersonic, things change even more. With base Sonic, basically, Sonic has a lot more power and durability, but Wally West still has better speed feats. But when you get into Supersonic, he's able to cross through different universes and that kind of stuff within a short amount of time.
Damn.
And he's, in terms of power, he was able to defeat a weakened Enerjack, and Enerjack was a being that was easily multiversal plus. So even a weakened version is going to be, a low-end multiversal type guy, right?
Yeah, well, I heard that he was his avatar and it's not his true form, so that cannot be applied to like Multiversal Plus.
Well, yeah, it's not
I'm
multiversal
sure.
plus, but it would still be at least
Most universal, I would say, for
yeah, at least
Supersonic.
multi-universal because we know that even in base form he can destroy universes, and Enerjack is just way beyond his base form, and even his super form had a hard time. So I would say that for certain his super form is minimum multi-universal.
Yeah, that will make sense. And crossing universes, that will make him like quintillions to speed of light, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I know that I'm just trying to think of the exact feat to get a better number. I think there was one where he was crossing through a multiverse. It took him. It didn't take him like seconds though. It took him a little longer, but he's probably still a good at least quadrillions of times faster than light.
Yeah, for sure.
So I would say that obviously his uh, durability and attack power is way above Wally West's there.
And his speed too,
Yeah,
like,
his speed should be as well. The only way I could see Wally West being able to get any sort of upper hand is if he got a chance to speed steal
oh
and he
yeah.
started slowing him down and speeding himself up. Then he might be able to surpass Sonic's speed, but he still has no way to kill him and no way to really survive any of his attacks if he like destroys the universe or something.
Yeah, even then it's hard to like argue that Wally West can can steal his speed because he has to get close to him. And how can he get close to the Sonic when he's like millions of time or billions of time faster than him?
Exactly. So it's unlikely that he'll actually get a chance to steal the speed. If he does, he might have a chance to survive a bit longer, but even then he can't kill him, so he's still going to lose in the end.
Yeah. So the conclusion is that Game Sonic loses to Wally West, but Archie Sonic just stumps.
Yep, I'd agree 100% on that. And we can say, though, that interestingly enough, Wally West might have a chance against base Archie Sonic just due to the speed difference.
Yeah, that's true. But even then, I don't think he could harm him. It will be like a tie at best.
I'd say he could probably not really harm him, but he might be able to dump him in the Speed Force or something, and that might work.
Oh yeah, that yeah. But if he gets the chance to do that when Sonic is in his super form somehow, what do you think will happen if he gets into Speed Force?
I think in his super form, Sonic can probably easily bust out of the Speed Force. He might even be able to destroy it because we know he's at least multi-universal at that point.
And how durable is the Speed Force?
That's hard to quantify. We know it's its own dimension, and it's supposed to be like a higher dimension than the regular universe. So the Speed Force is kind of hard to quantify. So I wouldn't really be able to say. It's kind of like a 50-50 if he'd be able to destroy it, but he'd at least be able to get out of it, I think,
Yeah, it's true.
because he can
Well, it
cross
makes sense.
universes and
You don't
stuff,
need to
right?
be like able to destroy the whole dimension to get out.
I don't know, because Superboy got out, right?
Yeah,
So I
and
think
it's
I
not
think if
it's not
Superboy
near.
can get out of it, then he probably can too, right?
Yeah, Superboy is not near Archie Sonic. So
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with you.
So yeah, in the end, we'd say definitely that Super Sonic from the game loses. Base Sonic is kind of 50-50, and Super Sonic from Archie Comics will definitely win.
But wait, Wally West has infinite speed.
No, not quite. We've talked about this before, but as I said before, the human race feats do not apply because Wally West had speed steal from all the heroes on the entire planet, as well as the entire race of speedsters that he was racing against. And yeah, that's why his feats don't count. He even says himself that he wouldn't have been able to perform those feats by himself. So the speed feats from the human race are irrelevant.
But wait, he defeated the Anti-Monitor and he's multiversal.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, I'll probably hear that too in the comments section, so I guess
Yeah,
we
for
should
sure.
debunk that now. So as for the Anti-Monitor, that was a severely weakened version of Anti-Monitor, and he already had his power drained from him
By Dr.
by
Light, if I recall.
Dr. Light, I think, right?
Yeah.
And so he was already severely weakened. His armor was already cracked up by all the other heroes. And even after Wally West finished off the rest of his armor, he was still alive anyway. So he is certainly not the level of even a weakened Anti-Monitor.
Yep, pretty much. So there is no argument left for Wally West. Anyway, guys,
Exactly.
that was it. Archie Sonic wins
Yep.
in his comic book version and loses in his game version.
And I will leave a link to Anime versus Comics channel in the description below. Thanks, guys.